I will try not to look away. All right, but I'm looking away because I'm looking at my notes right now. We've got some multiverses action to get into. Black Adam. And we're not just talking about the
Yeah,
movie that came out, obviously. I haven't had a chance to check it out myself, but I will take a peek. But
me
new
neither. But
patch
finally,
dropped. Yeah, finally. A new patch dropped version or season patch 1.05 came through. Been talked about for a while, was delayed. The patch notes were delayed. The character was delayed. I think we were supposed to get Adam first, but due to obviously, I'm pretty sure they were trying to line it up more towards the release of the movie. We ended up getting Stripe first, but now we got Black Adam and his attire, both like the classic look and kind of a more updated with the cape look as well. And he's up for grabs right now on top of a bunch of other additions that came down into Multiverses. We actually have Arcade Alpha Mode, which is up. Now you got easy, medium, and hard. You can fight your way through a bunch of variants of your favorite iconic characters. You can run with people. You can play, 1v1, 2v2s. Then there'll be boss fights when it comes to like the medium and hard modes and such. So they're starting to add content, trickle content into the game itself, which was kind of like lacking. Not in a bad sense, but rather, it is a free-to-play game. You can just jump on and play. You don't have to commit anything to it. But having this extra content is going to help, kind of build up those points, the coins that you can help do things like unlock the characters like Black Adam right now. Because you don't have to pay for them. If you've been just playing the game, just stacking up the coins, you can just unlock them right now for free and have them fully available. But if you want to try them out, remember, in training mode, the game does allow you to play everybody for free. No strings attached. You can just play the characters. You can get a feel on whether or not you want to pay some money and get them, or want to spend the cash you've been hoarding up on the side to unlock them later too. With that, we've got, like I
that's
said,
pretty smart.
it is. I think it's a really great system. I think it's one of the best things they could have honestly had for a game like this to work out. So on top of the arcade, we have Silly Q, which once again is just another way of having some content built up for the game itself, where you can just play, complete casuals. It's a game where it allows you to have modifiers on 2v2s off the rip. Anything from like Growth Spurt, which is a new addition that as you are dealing damage, your character actually gets bigger. Item spawns and tricking blast boxes on the final point are included. And there's other modifiers they're adding. This isn't even like the end all be all. So this is a mode that they're going to be constantly growing, no pun intended there, but constantly working on to kind of have a lot of really cool like little after effects, little modifiers to make things just a complete chaos, just to have fun. Like, it isn't always about the competitive nature of it. So they're definitely coming across with that. And then of course Battle Pass has been extended to level 53, and then we've got some map changes. Scooby-Doo Mansion has a no roof version right now. It's a new variation to it. A lot of people have complained about this freaking stage for the longest time, myself included. It's very tiny, especially for the likes of certain characters like your Iron Giants and all. They just ping pong all over the damn place until they're eventually dead. Now you have a no roof version, so it's a little bit more open. You can kind of you don't have just a little tunnel to spike people up. You actually have an entire area now you can get them through to the blast zone. Space Jam, which is experimental at this moment, it's available in custom or in the lab. They're evaluating the updates because it was available before. I just can't remember. They pulled it. They since pulled it. I forget if there was like a bug issue, but or just overall the stage and stuff. But they definitely pulled it from the competitive pool. But it is still available for you guys, like I said, in lab or in custom matches. And then Sky Arena has another music track that I randomly play when playing the match. And then some system changes. The attack decay had a really big bump. Not gonna get super technical into it. It's just the numbers. Attack decay obviously is when you hit the same move. I think within the past 4 out of the last 4, or is the last 7 hits. If it's the same move, do you then get attack decay? This is how they prevent kind of abusive loops and such in the game with certain characters, so they don't have like infinites, things like that. We've covered this system in previous episodes before, but the reduction on it of the stun has like been greatly increased. I'm wondering if they're really trying to emphasize like the loop systems. Maybe they're just evaluating the numbers, but these are really high. They went from level 1 decay from 60% to 80%. In other words, the reduction in stun. So the combo, certain combos won't work out the same way, or hitting the same move won't allow as much hit stun. So it doesn't allow you to combo it, so it lets you recover or recover on different directions, or block, or even get a button in between hand. 60 to 80 on level 1, 70 to 90 on level 2, 80 to 95 on level 3, and then from 90% to 97.5%, which is fucking, like, I think that's kind of insane. I want to see how this ends up really affecting it, like some characters, but that's really big. Like, at that point, level 4 might as well be freaking 100%, because damn. That's like really, really high. That's 20% on average. Like it's definitely more. I want to say closer to between all 4. I mean, the first 2 are going up 20%, while the latter 2 is like 15 and 7. But like, damn, that is some insane reduction. We have to evaluate, see what kind of changes, what things, unforeseen issues that might bring up, but we'll see. And adjusted item spawn likelihoods for more Zany items to appear, such as the anvil. And then remove the spike and aerial move section of the intro tutorial, which I'm wondering why. Like, that's something that's in the game. It's something, when people talk about, getting spiked or whatever, it's kind of like, I don't know why that's been moved completely from the tutorial section. I'm wondering if that's just been implemented somewhere else and we'll just see it in a different area. But yeah, I have to see. I haven't done tutorial since the game dropped.
Yeah, is it something that's more of? I don't feel like it's a really big veteran move. You know what I mean?
Not.
Like, is it a basic move, or is it not? You know what I mean? Like,
definitely
are they
is.
just trying to show you the? Well, I don't think spicing is spicing. Spiking is very.
Gotta season your opponents. Yeah, baby. Gotta season them.
Oh, damn it! I don't think it's more or less necessarily a beginner type move. So if it's like beginner tutorial where it's showing you movements and all that, then maybe not put it in the intro tutorial. I don't know. However, keep going.
We've got a couple more costumes to throw up there. We got Ultimate Warrior Shaggy, with the beard and all. Definitely going the way of the Ryu school. We got the Toon Squad Bugs, the new Toon Squad Bugs, not the old OG classic one. This is the new costume. Sorry. Look, let me fix my face real quick. They actually did include the old costume as well, the classic, the MJ, the Jordan, the 96 Bulls version. You got the Toon Squad for Taz. That's definitely the new one. I'm wondering if they're going to eventually do like a classic one for him as well. New announcer pack with Beamo. You Adventure Time fans enjoy that. And of course, the memes keep going. Black Adam Legendary profile unlock with the meme. Black Adam, scene. You know what scene we're talking about there, is an actual icon. I thought this was showing up on my feed, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. Someone took the model for Black Adam and just added it in. It's like, no, this is actual artwork. They are so in tune. Players is so in tune with the meme game, like it's impressive. It's so impressive.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's when I saw it, I'm like, they're really just like. Not just hammering in on it, but they're
really leaning in
taking full advantage.
Oh yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, right.
All right. So with that, our favorite part of it all, we've got character updates. We're gonna glance at them. Some characters are straight bug fixes. Others have some tweaks. We've got some nerfs. We've got some buffs. Not everybody's been hit, but some of the expected ones happen. Starting off with Arya. Ground and air up special. She's got move hit frames back by 1 frame. Branching to the side special. Her dagger throw on hit move back 6 frames. And then her ground to air side special. Basically the dagger hitting an ally or enemy now returns 25% of the cooldown. It's down from 50%. And then you've got the betrayal perk. And then branching to side throw as well as also back 6 frames and dash to the dagger. Minimum travel distance is now a little over like a quarter of a second. It's up. It's been increased from like less than a quarter of a second, like 0.23 to 0.27. So a little bit more time for her to actually travel. So maybe that's enough time for you to kind of react. And then she's gotten some bug fixes. Batman, air down attack, 3 frames of end leg added, a little bit more recovery. So can potentially punish him now. Bugs just had some tweaks. Increased the base knockback on his ground side special, which I believe that's this joint right here, the knuckles. To 800 from 600 on the first 2 hits, and added 0.5 knockback scale. I'm trying to scratch my damn nose through this freaking mask, and I actually went to the mask like an idiot.
It sounds like your nose is being like squished.
My whole brain's getting squished. Actually, I'm gonna have to change this up. I'll put this on my side. And chill
okay. All right. So with that being said, I was trying to look. So they have a legend that shows like what characters. Like the symbols for nerf, symbols for buff, symbols for change, and bugs. And for a
Hey, we're
while there, I was
back.
like, "What is the?" Yeah, hi, welcome. He's oh my gosh, he has sunglasses still. That was crazy. He has sunglasses underneath his mask. So
Underneath, of
crazy.
course.
Yes. So even what is it? The changes that they made for like so there's a wrench for a change. So like it's not necessarily a nerf or a buff for bugs, but the ground side attack increased base knockback to 800 from 600 for the first two hits. Added 0.5 knockback scaling
Yeah.
from 0 to first two hits. So and then the down air down attack pushed knockback angle to be more horizontal.
Yeah, so
So is that yeah,
the
go
down
ahead.
air is the hammer. You're not going to get as many spikes now from it from hitting
Okay.
down. It's more horizontal. And then the ground side attack, what I was saying before I had to switch off real quick from my mask, is it's the knockback and the stun is because of the kind of like not the infinite, but he has like a loop that he could do with it, and this just helps kind of balance it out a little bit, preventing it
Yeah.
from being as easily accessible. Because it was kind of free. Like if you get hit with it, like it was just you're gonna get looped to some pretty high percentages
So
very quickly.
So yes, that is something that is actually done in like Smash, where you have characters. Who was it? I want to say it was Luigi. Whenever you would hit with a down B, they had to implement. It's also sort of like Ryu's EX Tatsumaki, where it has sort of vacuum effects because each hit has to hit like from the left to right, left to right, left to right. Same with Luigi. Each hit has to sort of hit, but because each hit has to hit them, they actually spike them in the move
Yeah,
so that it can actually hit all the hits. So sometimes people would get spiked and then miss the last one, and they'd get knocked off the stage because of it. So like you have to implement certain mechanics into a move so that it will work as intended.
yeah. This I think
So
it feels
that's
more like a more of not a nerf, but definitely a tweak in that
yeah.
direction. All right, so Finn got some bugs fixed on the ground and air neutral special attack, removed an air hitbox on Finn's body. Air ground neutral special high five. 4 frames of end lag added. High five had nearly instant recovery. Previously, this change would give it a small window to be punished. That is very true. I've seen that high five. For those on haven't seen Finn do it, it's just literally charges up, and that move literally reflects projectiles. That's the whole point of it. But it can be used as a hit too. But it was just like they said, it was instant, so you could just whiff it and could just be back to neutral real quick. So now they've actually given a little bit of recovery on it. An air neutral increased whiff lag with recovery by 5 frames.
Okay.
Garnet is just continuing on the buff train. Added early cancel on hit for side to up attack combo. This is on the ground side attack, and increased the side to down combo attack damage to 7 from 6 and knockback scaling 15 from 12. Ground air neutral special. The speed of stacking sing, which is her singing buff, increased to 0.5 seconds from 0.7 seconds, and during the sing buff stack increased to 5 seconds from 3.5 seconds. So yeah, overall buff Garnet is just just slowly power creeping up, becoming much better of a character. I'm wondering when the first slew of nerfs are going to eventually kind of get reverted for her. Gizmo air down attack got a buff, increased the hitbox size to better match visuals. That's it. Iron Giant, for just to give you guys a heads up, we went from G to I. That means we didn't even touch Harley, which is crazy. I think she is. I know, that's fine. I think she's balanced. I honestly think she's just the most balanced character in the game. Like, that's just facts. I don't think they really need to do much more. Remove the experimental tag from Iron Giant. Air down attack got a nerf, branching into side ground special from grab, landing delayed. So yeah, there was a little 1-2 combo. If you grab, you can get the side special after the grab, and it was kind of basically guaranteed. And in some situations, that would damn near guarantee low percentage kills. They've tweaked that. Side ground special active hit frame startup has been delayed by 2 frames. These changes were done to prevent an infinite grab combo. Yep. That was one of the little gimmicks Iron Giant players had, no longer effective. Jake got a nerf for his air down attack. Startup active frames start 1 frame later and increase the recovery by 3 frames after the third hit. Down attack special, I believe that is the skateboard. So on tray flip, you have 3 frames increased recovery after that hit, so it isn't as free. Lebron got a buff, a pretty interesting buff. Ground attack, down attack. Attack now breaks armor when basketball is equipped. And another fun fact about LeBron, you can't even enjoy this buff, this buff because he's actually disabled right now. As of this moment, to my knowledge. My dude pulled a strong hammy. But from what I understand on the tweet from Tony, according to the game's director, LeBron has been disabled due to a critical bug with him. Will be re-enabled after the bug is fixed. That was posted up earlier today at around 3:30 p.m. So, to my knowledge, I have not seen any kind of follow-ups yet. So I'm pretty sure LeBron right now is not available for anyone to see. But we'll see how much. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Now he has a consistent armor breaker. When he has basketball, it gives you more of a reason to make sure you give him the rock. All right, so Morty. Ground side attack, reduce the hit pause on to 0.175 seconds from 0.3, when the hammer prick is equipped. Ground side attack got tweaks to make the combo 2-hit likely to connect. A little bit more consistency there. Air down attack got a tweak, got a knockback angle to be more horizontal, less of a spike, less vertical, and increased recovery by 1 frame. And general bug fixes. Rick got general bug fixes. Reindog got some bug fixes. This character is constantly getting worked on. Like, Reindog is the only original character in the game, but damn, this character is constantly getting messed with. Like, I don't know what they're trying to dial in here. I don't know what their direction is for the character, but damn, they just seem to not either be on the same page or something. So we got a lot of tweaks, a lot of fixes, and a lot of nerfs, to be honest, because there were a slew of buffs that Reindog got before, and I'm wondering if they're pulling back a little bit. This one in particular, the ground air down special on cooldown fireball no longer spawns a firewall. Spamming fireball even when it was on cooldown was always the right answer. These nerfs to the cooldown version of the fireball are designed to give it more of a consequence. So yeah, no longer just being able to kind of pull the field full of fireballs, especially when you're stacking them. It becomes very, very annoying. So I guess they're trying to give a little bit more of a consequence to doing that. Tweaks, couple nerfs, like I said, increase end lag or recovery. I hate that they just pick one. Call it end lag or call it recovery. Just pick one. Like, I gotta keep reading the same landing lag, end lag, and I'm like, bro, just recovery, all right? Landing recovery, just call it that. Because then they say land canceling on the next one. Air size special got moved back to land canceling by 4 frames. And air size special increased the hitbox by 50%. I don't know how big it was previously, but damn near 50% increase has to be good. Shaggy got some nerfs. Ground air down special. Using rage sandwich removes rage buff. Okay, that was something a lot of people were wondering about. So Shaggy, when he's in rage, in other words, he's got his Super Saiyan aura. For those that don't know, that's the rage mode. Can throw one of his sandwiches and it makes it huge. Makes it a huge projectile, very slow. Very slow, yeah. It hits hard. Much bigger hitbox. But the thing is, like, when using that, it's like that's only available to while in rage. And traditionally in rage, whenever he does any special move, rage applies a buff to that move, and then he has to get back into rage mode in order to do it again at that level. Sandwich ignored that. So you could just throw rage sandwiches if you never do a special, like no uppercut, no kick or nothing. Now it's different. Now the rage sandwich will also remove the rage buff. That was like one of the most inconsistent things about that character since the beginning. Now that is gone. Air down attack on hit, dodge, and jump branch pushed 4 frames later. Cool. So now you got the dodge. Like, so now it's not as free for him to press it and then just dodge or move on from neutral from there. Stripe got one small nerf. Leap perk reduced speed given from 50% to 35 and duration from 3 seconds to 1.5. That's just a perk tweak. Everything else, they're just tweaks to the character. It's kind of expected. It's only the first patch, barely first patch this character's been in, so they're gonna keep letting it rock until something egregious comes up. Superman got some buffs. Defense meter return per tick reduced to 5 seconds from 6 seconds. Air size special had a bug preventing falling after a successful throw. And air up special got a buff, increased the base knockback on down throw to 525 from 425. On low damage, the down throw didn't clear the opponent enough. I don't know 100% what that means, how that statement is. On low damage, the down throw didn't clear the opponent
low percentage
enough. Yeah, it's just I don't know what clear means. Didn't kill? Is that what that means? Like I'm not really sure what that means.
Yeah, especially.
Let's see. Moving on to Taz. Taz not but bug
Got me.
fixes. It's just what the Taz 3 letters, bug 3 letters. Coincidence? I think not. That's all we got there. Tom and Jerry got a bug fix for the Jerry Rocket functionality, and then Ground Up Special got a buff, increased the cork ammo from 2 back to 3. They took that away, and now they're just as quick as reverting it and giving it back. So now the cork ammo that Jerry has when he's out there is back to 3. Wonder Woman had some bug fixes, using her lasso in the air, then landing would cause an animation not to play. Okay, and then fix ground up special floating, sometimes not triggering. Cool. All right, so yeah, it wasn't, it was tweaks, but it wasn't like a massive like overall balance patch. This was just more of a quality of life fixes. Of course, we have the new modes and of course Black Adam to deal with. I got to play with Black Adam a little bit before the show. I hadn't had like a whole lot of time with the character. But his kit is interesting. He is much more of a resource managing character, because to do what he does, like he's one of those, like, he needs to have what's the equivalent of like ammo. Like he needs to have bolts ready so he can do like extra stuff. Like his up special is great because he literally just flies. That's what it is. He flies. When he's doing things like his down special or down attack, or that right there that homes in, you need to have bolts enabled to home in. If you don't have it, then it doesn't home in on characters. So you have to be much more cognizant of where it's going to hit. Usually when he's doing the other down special, where he actually like just puffs out his chest, if he has bolts enabled, he actually will get a bolt that comes down. When he's doing like kind of like the Shazam, he's just dunked on Gizmo. That's hilarious. So the character is kind of technical in that sense. There's like resources. There's already the base resources of, say movement in this game, dodging, jumping, your specials. But then your specials themselves have a certain amount of resources that you can use that you have to be aware of the entire time. So he's a bit technical in that sense. So he's not going to be very beginner friendly. But once you kind of like master that and understand like the cooldowns and all, like, I mean, he seemed like he has little kind of stubby buttons, but his air mobility is pretty good. It's not as fast as say like Superman. His wave dashing is pretty good, but it's just general like dashing isn't crazy. But I know I've already seen some pretty dope combos out in Twitterland for the character. But I can see him. He definitely does some damage though. Like he's fast, not faster than Superman, like I said, but he can kind of like throw the gauntlet down and kind of flex the muscles a little bit there. From what I've played so far, we're gonna see how well the Thunder King here is gonna end up being. But as of right now, like he seems kind of fun. Just a little stubby in my opinion.
Until you start getting electrics. And notice he has the Injustice voice too.
Yes, I believe this is the Injustice voice. I believe it's that same voice actor. I have to verify, but it does sound like him.
Yeah, no, if it's not, then they have a really good ear for it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so he's out now. Once again, the patch is out. He's out. Go check him out. Go play with him on training mode. Get a feel for that character. He looks fun. And also, Black Adam now playing only in theaters. Check out what The Rock is cooking there. And shout out to Henry Cavill as well, returning as Superman. Hell yeah. Maybe we'll get a Henry Cavill costume in the future. Who knows?
But then